The White House has announced that it seized 2 oil tankers with links to Venezuela and that the nation's interim leaders are now handing over millions of barrels of oil to Washington.
The administration has made it quite clear to the interim authorities in Venezuela that this is the Western Hemisphere and American dominance is going to continue.
The Department of Homeland Security releasing this footage showing the U.S. military's raid on one of the vessels that it claims was participating in illicit activities. The U.S. European Command then releasing these photos showing the other seized tanker, which donned a Russian flag.
The vessel this morning was seized in the North Atlantic pursuant to a warrant issued by a U.S. federal court after being tracked. And this was a Venezuelan shadow fleet vessel that has transported sanctioned oil.
After the seizures, U.S. President Donald Trump announced the oil deal on social media, saying Venezuela will forfeit 30 to 50 million barrels to the U.S.
We're going to sell it in the marketplace at market rates, not at the discounts Venezuela was getting. That money will then be handled in such a way that we will control how it is dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has faced fierce criticism over what Democrats are calling his lack of plan and honesty regarding the military's actions in Venezuela. He briefed Congress on Wednesday and afterwards laid out what he's calling the next steps.
Step one is the stabilization of the country. We don't want it descending into chaos. The second phase will be a phase that we call recovery. And that is ensuring that American, Western, and other companies have access to the Venezuelan market in a way that's fair. Also, at the same time, begin to create the process of reconciliation nationally within Venezuela. And then the third phase, of course, will be one of transition.
But standing behind a sign that reads Iraq 2.0, House Democrats said they're not buying the so-called plans or the administration's reasoning for intervening in the South American country.
Frankly, the only moment of honesty in all this so far has been when Donald Trump that morning said this is about oil.
They say none of their questions were answered in the briefing. Massachusetts representative and former Iraq war veteran Seth Moulton adding that the situation reminds him of that war.
I remember what it was like when the invasion went so well and how proud of my Marines I was. I also remember what it was like when it turned out that the Bush administration lied to us about the intelligence and about their intentions. That's why I'm skeptical of what's going on in Venezuela today.
For City News, I'm Karling Donoghue.